Hello, we're going to present our chapter 8, The Beginning. Our group members are Melany, Hazel, and Yalile. Chapter 8, The Beginning. He was one with the universe. After following the path of truth and reaching his self knowledge, the knight became aware of his actions. He knew that there were many things to change in his life, that he could not leave Juliet and Christopher with the memory they had of the armor. Then I wanted his son to know his true self, that Christopher would get to know the other half that he had met on his journey, Sam, the real him, who had helped him so much. He didn't want to just have a blank piece of paper as an answer. He wanted his son to miss him, and not only that, he wanted to be present in his life. The tears that he shed were no longer of sorrow, they were of joy. These tears not only had the power to remove his armor, to make him a better person, but also, in his weakest moment, they nurtured him. They were able to make the knight take the strength he needed to return to being the person he saw in the mirror. With a stronger and more mature mentality, they nurtured him, both in soul and physically. He was no longer the undernourished and skinny knight who escaped from the armor. He was a renewed being.
At the top of the mountain, he knew that a long road awaited him, but this didn't discourage him. The hope of seeing his family again gave him a strength. In the distance, he managed to see a squirrel and Rebecca. They were as happy to see him as the night was. He ran down to hill to meet them. "You did it," said the squirrel. Rebecca also joined in the celebration, even though you hesitated along the way. "You always kept going. I always knew you would make it," she said. The three friends returned the way they came. However, Rebecca managed to fly and visualize a shortcut. "I think I found a faster way for you to be on time with your family," Rebecca said. The knight knew that the faster he was reunited with Christopher and Juliet, the faster he could hug them and apologize for being away so long. He wanted his family to be proud of him too.
The road back home was quiet. There were no obstacles to overcome and no dragons to slay. When the knight least expected, he managed to see his castle. Although it had been a long time, his home was still the same, but he had changed. Now he has more wisdom. Standing in front of the entrance to his house, the knight took courage and with immense happiness in his heart, he decided to enter. Juliet and Christopher were in the main room of the castle. They were surprised to see him again, because after so long a time, they had lost hope of seeing the knight again. However, seeing that his armor was no longer with him, his wife and his son felt the happiness of having the family reunited again. "I am a different person now. I want to be present for you too," said the knight. "I was always afraid of loneliness and being forgotten, which did not allow me to look at what was really important and know that I should be by your side. My ambition now comes from the heart, and what I most want is to share the rest of my life with you too," cried the knight. Christopher ran to hug his father. Juliet, who was still shocked, joined in this hug. With this, the night finally felt complete and with a full heart.